Thank you everyone. Selamat siang. Oke, kita di sini akan membahas tentang, we will talk about the introduction to axonometric drawing. Before this session, we are already learn about. We can see that this is we can call that multi-view drawing, and then we can go to the single view drawing. It's called axonometry drawing. Sometimes axonometric is called paraline drawing, and maybe you can see the axonometric, oblique. This is have a similar drawing, but maybe to draw this or axonometry and oblique maybe have a different step. Ya, kita hari ini akan bahas tentang axonometry dan oblique. Itu sering dibicarakan atau sering punya nama seperti paraline, ya, gambar paraline. Nah, di sini sebelumnya kita membahas tentang multi-view, ada gambar tampak depan, tampak samping, dan sebagainya. Tapi di sini masuk kepada single view. This is only the summary I rewrite from the book, from the graphic for architecture Kevin and drawing from and the architectural graphic Dekachin to give you the information about the drawing in architecture. Maybe before we talk about the axonometry, we talk about the multi-view. And now we start to go to the paraline drawing or orthographic or axonometric. And in axonometric, we can see there are three kind of axonometric. The first is isometric, geometric, and trimetric. But maybe not only axonometric, but we can see the similar drawing with the oblique drawing. In the isometric, this is the oblique with 3 axes at the equal angles to the building, or this is to the space, yeah. Not only for the building, but maybe for the bidang. Ya, jadi kita di sini ada membahas tentang axonometry. Kemarin kita multi view, ya. Di axonometry ada isometri, dimetri, trimetri gitu ya. Lalu mungkin kita sedikit ya membahas oblique karena memang agak mirip gitu ya. Cuman beda kepada cara menggambarnya. In axonometry, maybe we can see that there is equal angles, 2 equal angles for the dimetric, isometric 3 axes at equal angles, and then trimetric we have a 3 axes at the different angles to the drawing, yeah. And we can see the difference between. Maybe this is sometimes student confused about axonometric and perspective. No. And I can see that there are a lot of different with axonometric and perspective. Ya, beberapa perbedaannya seperti kalau di axonometri itu ada tegak lurusnya gitu ya. Tapi kalau di perspektif kita karena ke satu titik gitu ya, dia ke various angles gitu ya, dengan sudut-sudut yang sangat berbeda. In axonometry, we can see that the parallel drawing line will be perpendicular, and then for the perspective, this is because the perspective depends on the point. You can see. This is the between projection line, it's convergence. And then we can see that the paraline drawing, this is the axonometry projection, isometry, dimetry, and trimetry, and then the oblique projection. This is from the elevation. And then for the floor plan, we can start the drawing from the elevation, and then we can start the drawing with the floor plan. Jadi pada axonometry itu kita membawa menggambarnya ini itu dimulai dari membuat sudut-sudut yang ada Bisa dengan isometri, bisa dengan dimetri, bisa dengan trimetri gitu ya. Kalau di oblique projection, ini kita melihatnya dari dua gambar, yaitu bisa dari tampak yang mungkin sering kita lihat ya, dari tampak lalu kita buat sudut gitu, atau dari denah lalu kita buat sudut tertentu. Ini akan sangat berbeda dengan perspektif. And axonometry in this projection, axonometric projection will be different with the perspective projection. Parallel drawing characteristic in this axonometry and oblique. Parallel drawing are always aerial or warm eye view. So the parallel line in the subject remain parallel in the drawing. Jadi kalau di gambar axonometri maupun oblique itu garis-garisnya selalu sejajar gitu ya. Karena dia dengan ukuran yang selalu sama. All axis line, this line parallel to the major X, Y, and Z axis are scalable. Jadi dia selalu skalanya selalu ukurannya selalu sama gitu. Berbeda dengan perspektif. This is very different with perspective because in this axonometry all the major X, Y, and Z axis are scalable. Yeah. And yeah, for the parallel picture or axonometry projection, projection, yeah. And this image is often referred to as a single view image. So you can see that this is the single view image. So we can see the visible floor plan and section in 3D. So you can do drawing with isometric projection or dimetric projection or trimetric projection, or also for the oblique projection. In this drawing, I have a function to show the measurement and scale accuracy explanation ideas from the concept, and have a lot of function. Maybe we can see in the next slide. This is the simple drawing with the cube, with the three technique of drawing. In the left is the perspective of cube, and then in the middle is isometric drawing, and in the right side is the isometric drawing. So I have a different, what the difference in the isometric and axonometric is from the angel's degree. And the characteristic of the parallel line, we can see in the 3 point. The first is image parallel. The second is every size particular with the main axis line is consistently scaled and the same. And then non-axial lines refer to lines that are not parallelized to the 3 major axes. And maybe this is the kind of some sketches to support, to give you some basic explanation. Please enjoy this short movie. I made it. And this is kind of the first step that we can to draw the axonometry is we can to choose the angles to drawing. And this is the difference about the axonometry and perspective. That in axonometry we can see the parallel line, and then in perspective the convergence. Yeah. I'm sorry. So this is I draw the basic drawing, the cube. So in the axonometry, we need to draw the perpendicular line. And this is the kind of the axonometry drawing. We can see that sometimes axonometry we can draw in the same angles from the 45 degree and for 45 degree, but maybe we can drawing in different angles, maybe for the 60 degree and then the 30 degree or 30 degree to 60 degree. So this is the kind of various angles to drawing the axonometry, including isometric, dimetric, and trimetric. And this is the kind of the examples to drawing the axonometric for the simple object. Maybe we can to start to draw with the simple furniture in our house, maybe with the chair, and we can see that in this picture that there are the parallel lines, yeah, with the same scalable, with the same scale. So we can see that this is the axonometry drawing. And also the isometric, oberic, or axonometric, it is all lines are parallel and parallel to the object, parallel to the image, and these parallel lines never meet. Yeah, this is very different with the perspective, because in the perspective the line is made in a 1 point or 2 point or 3 point. And the second is used to explain design sequence, such as plants and building, and then we can see that the drawing for the axonometry can explain image is more measurable and scalable. Sometimes axonometry drawing can explaining floor sequence, explaining space scale, and then explaining structure sequence. So this drawing types is very useful to express our ideas, to explain about our design. Sometimes we can use the axonometry to explain a concept sequence from our concept design. And this is the kind of the axonometry. Maybe some this drawing is very apa ya, sangat mungkin berkembang gitu ya, developed from the basic axonometric. Jadi berkembang dari axonometry, lalu muncul explodometric. Explodometric, we can call this the exploded axonometric. So this is the possible extension of the representative for the explodometric, that in this drawing, we can see that a variety of sketches based on the convention of the perspective, plan, section, and sometimes axonometry. So this is the kind of drawing to express the concept of our design. And sometimes we can cut open and sometimes peel back or pull apart or reconstruct, make concrete object transparent to see how they are arranged or constructed. And I think that the drawing, also we use sketches or drawing to visualize the design. We should always to be ready to invent new tools as needed. So from the sketches, maybe we can see that the drawing technology to use the computer is very fast. Perkembangannya sangat cepat, jadi kita juga melihat bagaimana basic tentang gambar itu juga bisa dilihat dengan menggunakan teknologi yang ada. Nah, this is some of the example how we can use the explodometric. We can use the explodometric to explode structural system to show the structural sequence and step by step of the construction assembly sometimes. This is the kind of structural system illustration to show the system of the building and the system structure of the building. And sometimes this is some of other drawing to express the explodometric to explain the structure system. Explodometric, yeah, we can see that from the crow say that explodometric is an object or building disassembly with the part in such a position that you can see how they can be reassembled. Jadi kita bisa melihat bagaimana sih proses sebuah, ya bisa banyak hal ya, bisa benda, bisa gelas, bisa kursi, bisa bangunan itu di eh, dibongkar, kita melihat bagaimana prosesnya sehingga dia menjadi satu. Nah, explodometric itu untuk bisa memberikan gambaran kita bagaimana sebuah benda itu bisa dilihat cara penyambungannya. And the use of axis or dot lines can indicate the path along with the piece for move as they fit together. Nah, jadi ada garis akses itu yang memberikan arahan ya untuk bisa melihat nanti dia bisa jadi satu itu seperti apa. Dan explodometry and explodometric can help people understand the parts more clearly and appreciate the forming of the wall. Jadi ini juga sebenarnya explodometry itu sangat ini ya useful, sangat berguna untuk memberikan gambaran bahwa dalam desain ini itu punya konsep atau punya sesuatu yang clear yang bisa diperjelaskan setiap step by step-nya. Yeah, this is the kind of the explodometric drawing from the disassembling view of Exeter Academy Library by Louis Ikhan. And this is the kind of the computer drawing with the explodometric. In this picture, we can see that the sketch show the information about the unique one of the kind spaceport in the New Mexico. And then in this picture or in this drawing, we can see the information about the concrete cell roof structure and the position of the ventilation and maybe for the structure or the order of the room in this building or in this design. And yeah, I can summary about the function of the explodometric, that we can see the basic for the axonometry is very clear, and then the explodometric is the develop of the axonometry. So we can see to show part of object one by one from the floor plan or for the roof and other, and then to show the processing of design. Sometimes we can to explain our idea concept process with this with explodometric or also for the axonometry and the kind of the drawing. And then to show the inside of the building plan, we can see the structure, building construction, building utilization or system of the building. When we can see what is the we can see the building plan. And this is some of the kind of the drawing to show about the use of the function of the explodometry. In this picture, we can see floor plan story from the first for the ground level, and then to the next level floor plan, and then we can to see we can see to the structure story or process of the structure in the building with the explodometry. And also we can use explodometric to explain our concept design study, our process, and maybe for floor plan story. So we can see the basement floor, ground floor, first floor, second floor, or terrace floor. Yeah. And this is the kind of the illustration where we can see the explodometry drawing, and it's very, ini sangat berkembang ya, bisa dikembangkan dengan bagaimana ya, karena tidak hanya sekedar sketsa tapi juga video presentasi dengan komputer juga sudah bisa kembang, bagaimana explodometry itu sangat berguna. So the explodometric drawing is very useful to share our ideas, and it's more clear and more useful to express our ideas of our design. There's some reference in YouTube. You can maybe I will share to the lecturer to share the student to to see about some of kind the example to explodometric drawing and axonometric drawing. And this is some of the references. Maybe this is the basic book that I can that I have here. Maybe you can you have another book to share with us to talk about the axonometry drawing or kind of the architectural drawing. So maybe my presentation is not yeah, it's in a short limitation time, but I hope the basic information about axonometry can give you some insight and give you some information about how to start to drawing the axonometry.